Right. Sector of a circle. So what does it mean by sector of circle? Let's read the description. The region which is shaded in this figure is a portion of circle. That means in this circle right here, there is a shaded region, right? That shaded region is called a sector. Another meaning of sector means like area, right? Not the maths area, I mean like normal area. That area you can call it as what? Sector, right? uh, yeah, so the region which is shaded in figure is a portion of circle with center C. So there is a center C given, which is bounded by two radii and a part of circumference. So what does it mean? So you have here two radius, right? I hope you can see, right? There's this, you have a radius from C to B. That's one radii, and then another radii C to A. So radius, both the radius are same. Like I said, radius means from starting from center point to one end of a circle is called radius, and the double of that is called diameter, right? Yeah, and what does it mean by a part of part of the circumference? Now, in a circle, when it comes to circumference, the circumference means what? The outer line here, right? The outer line is called the circumference. But in here, what does it mean by part of circumference? It means now the sector of the circle, right? This area, this shaded region, it has a small part of a circumference, right? That is included in the shaded region. That right? So that is called the part of circumference. For example, if you are finding through, if you need to find this part of circumference only out of the whole circle, you have a specific formula, right, which will be discussed further in this video. But for now, let's just understand what really means what's the real definition of sector of circle. So such a portion is called a sector of a circle. So in sector of circle, what do you need? What are the conditions? You need to have two radius, an angle, a specific angle given at the middle, right? So it says here the angle theta. That symbol is called theta. What symbol? This symbol. This symbol is called theta. It means the angle, the unknown angle, which is in the center of the, which is in the angle between the two radii is called the angle at the center. So that's called a sector of a circle, right? The angle, now you see this, the angle at the center can take any value from 0 degrees to 360 degrees. So what does that mean? So this is what it means, right? In a circle, for example, take shape, right? In a circle, now we all know that what one round of clockwise or anti-clockwise is equals to 360 degrees, right? So a full circle is what? 360 degrees. Now suppose if we were to take this theta, this, you can see this middle, right? It's called theta side. That's the angle, right? How are we supposed to find it, right? Basically what? Now it says here the angle at the center can take any value from 0 to 360. That means what? Theta can be like this, any value of any value from 0 to 360 degrees. That is all. Okay. The sector that is combined, the sector that is obtained when the angle at the center is 180 degrees is a semicircle. So that means what? Now there's no half circle, right? Yeah. So suppose you have a half of the circle. No, I already have it. Now suppose if I split this into half, right? Then what's the degree? Now we all know that what? Now a full circle means 360 degrees. So what's a half circle? That means what? Half circle means 360 divided by 2. It's what? 180 degrees. So that means what? This part is, the theta is 180 degrees. So when you're applying to the formula to find what? This circumference, this part of the arc length, you should include this in your formula. Why? Like I said, theta is 180 over the actual degree, that is 360 for the full circle. Because why? We are finding for just half part of the circumference. Right. The sector that is obtained when the angle at the center is 90 degrees is a part of the circle. So what does it mean? So what does it mean? Now suppose let's draw one line, right? If I were to divide this circle into what? Half. I hope it's half, right? It's half, yeah. Right? Okay. If I were to divide the circle into 4 equal parts. Okay. Now if you all know fraction, you all will know how to name this. What is it? So this is now out of 4. How many pieces are there? 1, 2, 3, and 4. That means what? This is equals to the denominator should be what? 4 pieces. Right? 4 pieces, right? Suppose if I shaded this region, just imagine I shaded this region, right? It will be what? One out of 4 pieces. That means what? 1 out of 4 pieces are shaded. Okay. But what will happen if you take it in the angle wise, the angle in the center? Now, if you know full circle is what? 360. And if we are dividing into 4 equal parts, that means what? 360 divided by 4, right? When you cut that, you will get what? 90. That means what? Each quarter has what? A 90-degree angle. Okay, that's about it. So if it was about, if I shaded 2 regions, then it is what? It will be now 2 by 4, which is also equals to what? It is also equal to 180. 180 over 360. Okay, I mean this is the angle wise, right? If you looked in an angle manner, it's 180 divided by 360. What if I get for 3 parts, 3 shaded region? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? It will be 270 over 360, and this would be 3. Yeah, that's about it. And obviously I don't have to show you the fourth part. So fourth part is what? It's equal to what? 360 now, right? So that's really important for you to learn. The one I just showed you, uh, understanding how to get the degree from a angle at the center of a circle, right? Now we are going to do the arc length. How do you find the arc length of a sector of a circle? Right? I'm not going to read all of these because I can just directly teach you the formula. Right? You don't need all of this. Right? Okay. Now suppose I'll take an example. Let's see. Okay. I took this part of this full circle right here. So now we all know what is the perimeter of a circle. What's the perimeter of a circle? It's what? 2 times. I don't have the pi symbol, so I'll just put pi. 2 pi r ne. 2 times pi times r. So what's the value of pi? Like I said, let's just put pi is it's either 2207 or, if you're a psychopath, 3.142. Okay, so this is the what? This is the formula for sect over. Sorry, this is the formula for finding the circumference of the circle. That means what? The full circle. But now suppose I want to find like a part of it, maybe like let's say this part only, or okay, let's just take the full half of it, right? Let's first do the half of it, right? So half of it. Then what are we going to? How is the formula? Because we can't now use this formula because this formula is for the full circle, full half of the full arc length, perimeter. These are called arc length as well, right? It's for the full circumference. We want what? Half. So what are you going to do? You're going to apply another, like now with this, you're going to add another multiplication, that's called what? Theta. That means what? Theta over 360. So now what is this formula? The name of this formula is what? Finding arc length or finding a sector of a circle. The arc length of a sector of a circle. So this is the formula you need to use. If it is a full circle, you don't have to add this, right? If you are finding for a full circle, you don't have to add this. But since it is a full circle, you must add it, right? But since it is not a full circle, you must add it. Since we want it half, so what is our angle there? What is the angle that we need? We need to find half of the circle. Half of the circle means what? In fractions, why it is 1 by 2, or if we're taking in theta, it's what? 180 divided by 360. So now let's apply that to the formula. So it's what? 2 into what's the pi? It's 22 over 7, right? 22 over 7 into radius. So now I have not mentioned radius. Let's put the radius 7. Okay, I'm just going to give you a radius 7, right? We want to find the full half of the arc length. Let's put 7. And now the new formula, what is that? The theta. Theta is what? 180 over 360. So if you actually do the maths now, when you cut these off, this is actually what? Half. 180 times 1 is 180, 180 times 2 is 360. And now we can cut wherever we can. 7 1 7 1, 2 ones and 2 ones here, right? So what is remaining? On top we have 22 centimeters. On below we have nothing. So what's the answer? So that means what? This arc length, this half of the arc length is 22 centimeters. That is all, right? That is all you need to know for the formula. So right, so that's how you do it when you're finding an arc length. I don't think it's necessary for me to teach you all of them, like how to do it 1 by 4 and all. Basically what now, if you follow this step, now see the arc length formula is what? Arc length is equals to theta over 360 into 2 pi r, right? See, the radius of, sorry, the formula for perimeter is given here, and if you just multiply that formula of perimeter with tan theta over 360, you will still, it means you are finding for a certain arc length. Got it? So here's a given table, like how do you find these sectors? So now what we did was the first one, right? 180 degrees. So it's the same way when you apply formula for the next. So if you divide in 3 parts the circle, you still have 120 degrees. And then the second one, that's 90 degrees. You just have to apply to that this formula and you will get the answer. But what about this? Now this case is different. You cannot exactly tell the degree of the circle at the center, right? So but in that case, don't worry, like in the questions they have already given you what is the angle at the center here. Other than that, like sometimes they will not give you the angle at the center, they will just put a blank half like this or a symbol like this, right, without telling you. That means you should use your common sense to understand what that there what half is 180 degrees, quarter is 90 degrees, right? Or else 3/4 is what, 270. These are common sense stuff that should be in your mind, and they will not give it to you in the exam, right? So I have some students, they will ask me still, so the angle at the center is not given. So yes, it's not given, so that means you either have to use your common sense to understand the parts of a circle when you divide it by 1 by 4. Sorry, when you divide the circle by 4 parts, right? It's okay. I mean, it's nothing really to make fun of. Everyone's here to learn, right? Yeah, so that's about it about arc length, and I will do the exercises in the next video. See you all in the next.